Hey everyone! Today I've got a few supplies out here and I'm going to create a birthday card. So I'm going to start with some speckled egg distress oxide ink, and I've got my little handmade ink smusher that I made after watching NB Cards. And then I've got this birdsong stamp set by 49 and Market and Sizzix. And I'm just using that same ink and stamping a bunch of these different stamps all over it, and also this uniquely creative stamp called Vintage Script. Adding that on there, and then I've got this brand new uniquely creative die called Circle Heart Texture Die that I've cut out from white cardstock. Just getting all the little bits out there. And then I decided to use some tarnished brass mica spray to give it a bit of color. And then my sentiment is this Simon Hurley Create Birthday Basics, just a basic happy birthday that I embossed with gold embossing powder. And I die cut it in a tag from Crafter's Companion, just adding a bit of color around the edges of the tag, and then I will set the color with some clear embossing powder. And then I did decide to actually brush on some of that same ink just lightly over the front of that tag. And I'm going to add some of that ink around the edges of the card base as well, a little bit more around the corners. And then I'm gluing down this die cut. And once I've got all my Bearly Art glue on there, I glue that down, I trim the edges off. And I added a little bit of string for the tag. And then I felt the tag would look a little bit better if it was popped up on foam tape. So I'm just adding a bunch of foam tape on there. But before adhering the tag onto the base, I decided to glue the card base right down, or card panel, sorry, onto the base. And then I stuck that tag down, and I'm adding a few water droplet gems. I'm just figuring out the positioning, how many I wanted on there. Once I've got them in the positions I like, then I'm going to adhere them with glue. And this card is done. Just a very pretty, simple happy birthday with a bunch of random stamping and that pretty shimmery die cut in the back. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.